This is how you lose a finger. Hello, can you go? Hello, can you go?
Hey guys, welcome back. It's your cooking hosts,
Cooking Mamas, Rowena and Felicia. We thought it'd be really cool to show you guys our go-to recipes for like healthy glowing skin, because we know by now that it all really starts from the inside.
Yeah. Hence beauty within.
And like the certain nutrients that we get from vegetables and certain meats and like tofu, they're all high in vitamins, minerals, nutrients needed to give us that like truly lit from within glow. Because you can tell a person who looks after themselves, eats the right food, it will show on the surface because our skin is a mirror to our insides.
Yeah. And another thing with all of these fruits and veggies is that they're very, very high in fibers.
Yes.
So it helps with the gut to help get things circulating, to help get things flowing and grooving, so that when this is clear and clean, this will be clear and clean.
So what are you cooking today?
Today we're gonna make a soup, like my vegetable homey. This is my go-to when I just like need to stock up on vegetables. And I'm gonna also make a leek zucchini and sriracha tofu. I guess it's like a side dish or like a main dish where you can pair it with quinoa, rice, noodles, anything, and then we're gonna add kimchi to that.
For me, I really love salmon because salmon has a lot of omega-3s, which is a really essential fatty acid that helps with collagen and it helps with retaining good healthy skin for anyone. So I'm gonna show you my go-to salmon recipe, super easy. And I like using it with a bit of dill. And then I'm also gonna roast some roast vegetables, sweet potato and zucchini. So it's super simple, super easy. I think any of you guys can follow along.
And with that, thank you so much to Christelle for sponsoring this video. We're gonna be cooking all of our dishes in their pots. They're stainless steel pots as well as this one non-stick one. And
my salmon.
yes, and what's really cool is you actually don't need to use any oil to cook on these pots and pans, especially for meats and for salmon. It helps retain nutrients and it helps retain the flavor. If anything, it really brings out the natural flavor of the meats from the ones that I tried when I was home.
Because with salmon, the last thing you want is for it to stick on a pan and then it's like all flaking everywhere.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna show you how we do this all. So let's get cooking. Cooking mama.
All right, so for the soup, we're gonna start with chopping the onions.
Get that onion juice. There's something so satisfying about peeling vegetables.
Potatoes.
Wait, does that need to be peeled?
I mean, I don't mind my fruits with peel, but
That's a vegetable.
I don't mind my vegetable or fruits.
But skin's good.
Skin is great. Skin is fiber.
Okay, just keep the skin. We're all about au naturel. They said the russet potatoes are more starchy, so it's really good for mashing and baking, and then this one is good for boiling.
Carrots.
My 3 perfect carrots. Like,
Sing! Wolverine.
so is this for one serving?
This is like for a family.
The whole onion. Bing, bing. Yeah.
Supposed to go like this.
We are in no way professional choppers. And then you just,
Put it all together. Bing. It's like cutting an olive.
wow, you cut that in the most interesting way. Yeah, like an avocado.
You go one like this, one like this, one like this. That's that. There's also corn.
Ooh, there's also a really good, oh, mussels.
They're just
Do not try this at home, folks.
and kale. Saute onions first, add in the carrots, put in the stock that, did you get the stock? Once that is nice and fragrant, you add in the stock. It can be chicken, vegetable, whatever, stock you want, or it can even be water. And then once you bring this to boil again, add in the potatoes. And then once all of this boils, add in the vegetables, so the tomato, corn, and the kale, because the vegetables cook the quickest. And if you have frozen tofu or any sort of protein that you want to add after, you can do that, yeah.
Little tip, never use the same chopping board for vegetables and fruits and meat, if that's not clear enough for anyone who's just getting into cooking.
Do you like to peel your zucchinis?
No, zucchini skin on.
Okay.
I think anyone who peels zucchini is like a psychopath. That is not normal. You can always tell a psychopath
If they peel their zucchinis.
in the way that they cook, like Hannibal Lecter.
Charles, I'm gonna need a bowl, please. Wyatta, please bring me a bell.
So satisfying. Look at it. It's kind of like the lifespan of a tree. The lifespan of a leek.
Have you played Overcooked?
No, I played Cooking Mama and Fruit Ninja. I like how you're cutting these into four.
How meditative it is for you to peel.
Oh man. Obviously chefs know what they're doing, like the most efficient way to cut. Yes. But when you're at home, it's like safety first. We're almost there, guys.
10 years
Cue
later.
SpongeBob. 20 years later. Cutting into these tofus is so satisfying. Oh my god. By the way, this is sriracha tofu.
Yes, from Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
This is my go-to recipe.
You've made it for like the 5 years that I've known you.
Yeah. Oh God.
Nice.
And you can eat these
Yeah.
straight out of the packaging. This one we're gonna do leek first. Maybe the zucchini. The tofu just needs to be heated up. And then we're gonna add kimchi
This is just like normal kimchi.
that I brought over from LA.
By plane, by freight,
Yes.
by air.
Oh yeah, and then the quinoa.
So this is the white and black quinoa.
Multi-grain. I think the red too.
My turn. Charles.
Yes.
Okay, so this is 2 sweet potatoes that I'm going to slice.
Don't do this at home, kids.
Cook with parental guidance. So I'm just gonna make them long so they like lie down flat like a chip. And I'm gonna keep the skin on because when it bakes, it's actually quite deliciosa.
I think a lot of nutrients in the skin for a lot of fruits and veggies,
Yes.
like apples.
So they're like quite thickish because they actually shrink in the oven. Sweet potatoes are great because
They're high in fiber,
yeah,
vitamins, minerals, and they're also high in antioxidants.
a little bit of oil.
Fresh cracked peppers, just something else.
Himalayan salt. And actually Himalayan salt has much more nutritional properties than just table salt. So you wanna like make sure it's all kind of coated. So here are the sliced sweet potatoes. Charles, where are you? Put this in the oven.
Wait, it's preheating.
Okay, preheating. Don't get aggressive with me, Charles. So for these, we're gonna saute them on the pan and then we're just gonna cut it the same way as Rowena did.
And the benefits for all of the vegetables is just they're all high in minerals, vitamins, antioxidants.
Yes. Honestly, you need or you really want to incorporate like actual vegetables
Whole
into the diet.
food.
You know, because some people just want to take supplements and they're like, oh, that's enough. But those supplements do nothing if you don't have anything to supplement. You know what I mean? You actually have to have something. What are you doing, Giles?
Oh, efficiency.
Yeah, bruh. I'm all about efficiency here. Okay, and then I'm just gonna cut the sweet potato kind of the same. Cut them a little smaller so they cook faster. So I'm putting this in the oven at 350 degrees. Don't really know how long, but maybe like 25 minutes. And you can kind of tell because they'll like get kind of crispy and shriveled.
So all of these pots are done heating. This one is going to be for the quinoa. Gonna wait for it to boil. Just gonna go a little bit of oil. Again, since I'm not a pro.
Because you'd have to time it precisely right. I'm just gonna snack while you cook. Yo, those are funky handles.
Dude, they're so awesome because it doesn't get in the way. This is half an onion for the soup. We're gonna put it in here. Nice little sizzle. And then the leeks, we're gonna put it in here. Yeah.
One of the best smells in life is cooked onions.
Dude, I actually have an irrational fear of the fire alarm going off.
When we lived together, I think the fire alarm was like,
It's this woman.
yeah, fire, while we're like,
What was your dietary preference like before when we lived together?
oh my God, I just had like spaghetti, I had sandwiches for dinner.
Cheese.
Yeah, cheese. Vegetables were like an afterthought. Although I really do love broccoli and cauliflower, but I never really would like venture into kale. I would never do leek because I never knew what to do with it. And it was more about like tasty, efficient, fast.
Yeah.
Because like you come home and you're like, just feed me whatever.
Yes.
But now, over the years, because I found out that my skin is so reactive to the foods that I eat,
Have you found your skin happier?
yeah, for sure. Because when you go out, there's so many preservatives, there's so much sodium, there's so many bad oils. Like they use the cheapest oils to cook takeout food.
Starting to, the fragrance.
Smells so good. So while this is cooking, this stainless steel pan is actually a game changer, and it's made from France with the highest quality, and it's because of the thermal diffusing base that allows us to skip out on things like butters and oils, especially for meats. But because we're kind of noobs when it comes to cooking, we just used a little dash for our vegetables.
And because of this technology, its innovation, as well as how high quality these pots and pans are, it has allowed it to win a lot of awards within the industry. And if you guys are in the market for some pots and pans, you can use our code BEWITHIN20 to get 20% off of these Cristal beautiful stainless steel cookware.
Wait, so you're cooking these until they're soft?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah.
Okay, your agua is buble away. So this is 2 cups of water to 1 cup of quinoa.
Yeah, bring it to boil and then put it on low to let it really soften up. Here.
Let it snow. Okay, so that's just simmering.
Starting to.
My potatoes!
Cooking complete.
Potatoes are done. Ooh! That looks so good. See, they've shriveled a little. They get a little small out there. So that was 25 minutes. All right, so I'm just going to flip it so that both sides are nice and crispy. So these are soft and I want it crispy. So they're gonna stay in there for another 20 minutes. Goodbye. Blink.
For these, I think that's nice and...
Oh, they have some golden color on them.
So this one we can add in the carrots.
Adding in stock of choice.
Ooh, water now. Let's just put in the zucchini.
We went ham with the zooks. So this recipe she's had for ages, but have you always eaten clean? Like your mom used to be vegetarian.
Yeah, I grew vegetarian until I was 9.
Maybe that's why your bones are so like...
Maybe. But I was fat. I was a fat baby.
Oh
we'll put up
you
photos
were.
and we'll show you
You're
guys. Michelin baby. Yeah, like very healthy vegetarian baby.
Was there like a shock to the system when you started eating meat?
No, because I think I slowly started incorporating, like it was first like eggs and then chicken and then well done meats. So I think like college was my darkest times when it came to food. That was when like Instagram started coming up and like the Instagram models, like we sit like this on the beach. So long story short, I put myself on a bunch of random diets. I probably messed up my gut lining because I went 80% raw, which is I just ate most things like uncooked, like vegetables and fruits.
Yeah, that's actually terrible for the balance.
My
of
period
body.
stopped coming for a year. My weight fluctuated a lot. Because okay, when you're in college, there's events. I would like extreme diet before and just like binge
And
when I'm
not
there.
eat, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think that just like makes your weight shoot up and down really quickly.
It's like knowing now, it's like, that was so bad for me.
It's like torturing yourself.
Yeah, torturing
like
your
actually,
body.
yeah.
I used to have this calendar where I put everything that I eat and then I downloaded apps to count calories.
Counting calories, limiting intake, like stressing over food.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, I had 1 piece of sushi too much. Gotta take that out of tomorrow's calorie. But honestly, it's all about balance.
Intuitive eating in a nutshell. Eating what you want, eating when you're hungry, stopping when you're full. Very simple. No dieting, no counting calories, no restriction, no anything.
Like as long as you get your vegetables, a little bit of carbs to give you energy. Carbs aren't bad because
Dude, I
your
thought
body
rice
needs
was
it.
like the devil.
The devil. Yeah, but it's not.
But it's like the best thing.
Yeah, and like white bread, it's not terrible, just don't have a lot, right?
Yeah.
Or switch to whole wheat.
I think whole grain, whole foods.
Yeah.
Things that come from the earth
whole,
are good for you.
Because like even if you look at Japanese people, they eat rice every day and they're so skinny. They're not skinny, they're healthy, they live the longest, they have good skin. So it's not saying like, you know, you just have to find what works for you. Add kale.
And just let it simmer. And then
Yay! Ready to serve. Quinoa's done. Ding! Take it off the heat. Quinoa's ready. Tofu zucchini's ready. And then that can just boil
the
away,
soup
right?
is just gonna, just let it simmer and get the flavor out.
All right, moving on to salmon. So this is 4 fillets. I'm gonna take a paper towel because you know how there's like juice with the salmon? When you want it like crispy, you just wanna make sure the salmon is nice and dry because that helps with it. I like to saltify it because it helps with the crisping up of the skin. On this side, put a little bit of pepper as well. Okay, so this is like medium-high heat, and then I'm gonna start with the skin side first. Oh yeah. And I'm using fingers because both like that. Yeah, so usually you can put a tad bit of olive oil or butter, but for this pan, you don't really need to. It's about 5 minutes on each side, and you just let that do its thing. So the cool thing about salmon is that there's something called astaxanthin in there and the beta carotenes that give it that pink color. So it's full of nutrients, full of essential fatty acids, especially omega-3, which is really good for like plump, youthful skin. Because you know how like no one wants dehydrated skin, right? And our skin already has natural oils in it. So eating things like omega-3 in the salmon is perfect for restoring that. It's an anti-aging fish. So we have the zucchini and the sweet potato.
And the cool thing is, we're gonna start here and we're gonna end in the oven.
You can also do that for salmon, but you know, it's kind of like steak. You can pan sear it and then put it in the oven. Yummy, yummy. I'm gonna cook the zucchini and the sweet potatoes.
Is it an Asian thing that we tend to be more iron deficient? Have you heard that before?
No.
But I think I definitely was/am. So there will be days where I will crave beef. Like I actually don't eat a lot of red meat, but every once in a while my body will just be like, I need, and I will give. But on a day-to-day basis, I don't eat that much red meat. It's mostly
true.
vegetables and tofu.
I love chicken.
Chicken
And egg. I'm gonna check on the skin. Oh, it's looking good.
Right off.
Looking good.
Should we take that out? Okay.
We can, yeah. Boink.
Yeah. It's cooking up really fast.
Okay, what's something you couldn't live without in terms of food? Because for me, that's egg. Because it's in like baking, it's in savory, it's in everything.
And if you guys know me from the past, this will be a really weird, different answer, but I think it's rice.
It is a staple.
Because I grew up thinking it's the worst thing ever. Yeah, but it's not. If anything, depriving yourself of carbs, healthy carbs, is what makes you binge more, or at least for me. I think it's the same with skincare. You know, a lot of ingredients are the worst and they're terrible, which some are, but then some are more, they're not as bad. I think the same with food.
Okay, and then it's softening, and then I'm gonna add the zucchini. Is that a good mix of half? And then finish this in the oven. All right, so depending on how you like your salmon, if it's cooked right, it will just like flake away. I kind of like it a little more on the cooked side because when it's not, it's a little fishy. Come back, Charles.
Charles is back.
Okay, so I preheated the oven again and we're just gonna finish the vegetables off a little bit in the oven because it makes it like soft. So I'm gonna put this whole thing in the oven to just finish off. Good. Blink. Bing. And then the salmon's pretty much done at this point. Super easy. I feel like if you don't know how to cook, it's one of the easiest things to cook. It's not like chicken where you can actually die from salmonella if you undercook it. Oh my god, that looks so good. No oils used. No oils used. Woo. Woo. I'm gonna cut the lemon wedges for us to squeeze over. Yay! So now they're just nice and soft. So we're gonna put this in the bowl and then we'll serve the salmon on top, family style.
Yeah. A bite for everyone.
And then I'm just adding a little bit of garlic powder because we finally found it. On top. It's the 4 best friends. You just put some lemon on there for garnishing. And then wait a second. Dill. Oh my god. It's like the best smelling herb. In Australia, we say the H, so it's herbs. Sprinkle it over. Yeah! Oh my god, it looks so good. We did it!
Yes! We've both grown to learn that food should be a bonding, happy, fun thing that you share with. So food should be more of like a happy bonding thing and less of a stressful, dark, sad thing. Because I think we both came from there. And I'm sure a lot of us are going through something or have probably experienced something similar. As with everything that we talk about with skincare, with diet, with food, really just listen to our bodies and feed yourself, feed your skin what it craves and what it needs.
So we're going to have a romantic dinner in our romantic kitchen.
Oh, yes.
This is also amateur's fine dining plating. Don't break a neck. Boom! Nice. Squeeze the lemon. Squeeze the lemon. Here. This one. Here. I like how we just alternated.
Oh, you know what?
A chip on the top. Ayo! Is this conquering America or something? Leek and fennel. So we have some probiotics. We have zucchini, tofu. Cheers. Ding! Yeah. So if you guys are loving our recipes and you want to try it out and you're also curious about these pots and pans, make sure you use our code BEWITHIN20 for 20% off because it's the jam and it works for people with any skill of cooking.
And very similar to the bracelets and the necklaces that we made, we're all about reconnecting with our roots, reconnecting with traditional cultures, or learning about traditional cultures and bridging that with our daily life or like a modern living. And I feel like brands like Cristal really harnesses family values, it has a strong heritage, and it is one of the best cookware globally.
And it's like because when you cook it is with family, so it kind of ties into that whole loving theme.
You know how a lot of pots and pans, the things stick out? So little kids, if they're running around, things can splash onto them. So because none of these, it's all like extendable or the detachable clips.
That's the coolest thing because normally
Innovation,
you need mitts.
functionality. Ooh, and another thing is they all stack. All of these can stack into each other, so it's really great for minimal spaces. 78% of the waste generated by the brand is recycled, and 100% of their energy is from renewable sources. All their products have a lifetime warranty. So it might sound like we're selling it really hard, but they're just really superior products.
Yes. Because honestly, when you cook and you're not that great at cooking, you just want stuff that works. Just like skincare, you just want it to work.
And the thing is, like, don't you feel like the natural flavors of the salmon is
Yes, no, you can taste everything. You can taste all the natural flavors. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Let us know if you guys like this.